Hello, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm Rachel. You might know me from my Instagram, Chronically Crafted, and this is my dog Izzy. She's laying on the bed behind me. We've got quite the shoddy setup today. We've got a ring light that I've attached to the wall with a thumbtack. My phone is recording me and it's on a tripod that my sister got for Christmas. And we've obviously got the essential to every starter YouTube channel, the Apple earbuds that had a microphone in them. I was able to track them down because my dad refuses to get rid of tech supplies. It was truly a blessing in disguise. I do want to admit that I struggle with recording myself right off the bat. I have a speech impediment and it leads to a lot of insecurity around filming myself and recording my voice. So my editor and I will do the best to make sure that any stuttering is cut. But yeah, please don't, make fun of me in the comments. If you do, I will fight you. But yeah. So I wanted to, in this video, go over all of my crafts that I've done this December. As you can see, there are quite a few. I wanted to go through them and describe them each briefly. Thought that was a good starter YouTube video. This is January 1st when I'm recording it, so Happy New Year. May it be better than the last three. But I've been saying that for the past 3 years, and so far, nothing's happened, so I wouldn't place your bets on me. So yeah, let's start going through them. First, let's go. I want to do this somewhat chronologically, but my editor has advised categories. I'm gonna go with what he says. So first, I made this really cute market tote. I'm gonna let go of the microphone for a second to show it. So, yeah. It's a nice strawberry lemonade theme. It's got the sparkly yellow, it doesn't pick up well, but it's sparkly yellow yarn with a very hot pink yarn. I think they complement each other nicely. Patterns for everything will be linked or described or titled below. Some of them are on Ribblr, so it's just easier to title them. Next, we have some sewn items. I've been dabbling in purse making with my new, not my new machine, I can't call it new at this point. So yeah, we've got this purse. It's not the first one I've made, but I'll show it off because I grabbed it first. I'll probably intersperse some footage of me showing off the items better than that. I've got some limited range of motion when I'm sitting in front of my desk, obviously. My dog is looking at me like I'm an idiot. And she's not wrong. This is the first one I made with some success. I took it to an acrylic pour studio. I would not recommend not listening when they tell you that acrylic pour is messy and it's gonna get on your purse. That's okay though, I think it gives it character. It's the same as the other purse, so, it's just what I call 80s carpet fabric. It's a little more groovy. I'm like speeding through this. It was so difficult to hold this and show things. Next, we have a cute little strawberry cow. I love her. All her yarn is sparkly. She's just cute. She's amazing. I wish I could strawberry scent her, but I've already stuffed her, so I don't think that's possible. But if I could, I would. It's rare that I would redo my stuffed animals, but I would with this one. But yeah, she's just, oh my gosh, look at that. She's great. I love her. She's so cute. She's got a little smile and little little dots. Yep, that's what cows have. They have dots now. It's my world and you're just living in it. And her hooves are a darker pink. I'm just pointing out obvious characteristics. But for the sake of time, and this video being longer than 10 minutes, we're gonna need to. Moving on, we have my recent obsession with beanies. I was gifted an amazing beanie by my friend Beau. I'll make sure my editor shows some pictures of what that looks like. It's amazing. You should go give him some business. I'm sure they would appreciate it. They do a chunky beanie, and I love chunky beanies. I will never be that awesome. I've accepted that. So I've started learning how to make more detail-oriented beanies. Not that detail is what makes the beanie, but I've been wanting to learn different stitches, and I thought beanies are a good way to do that because my little head is so cold. It's a sad day when it's cold in Arizona, and lately all days have been like that. I mean, it was cold and raining today. It's Phoenix. It's not supposed to be that way. But we had this first one. Obviously, I will link the pattern below. No hate to the pattern writer. I really didn't like it. I had a poor experience doing it. It was very painful on my fingers, which is not her fault, but the fit of the beanie is also just awful in my opinion. I can put it on really quickly. Yeah, so I don't really like it. And that could just be a me thing. I just think it's very narrow and very tall. And it was not what I was expecting from a pattern. And there's so much space that I can just squeeze at the top. But it's so skinny at the same time. And it makes my ears hurt. So I don't know, not my favorite one. Probably won't make again. And it just sits in my collection of beanies that I've made now. Never to see the light of day again. The hat hair. Then I found a different pattern. Now, good news. I love this pattern. I made this. It's like a little rainbow in the sky. One sec, let me put my mic down and I'll show you. Let's go. I don't know if it was my gauge, but this was, again, too small for my head. I don't know, my uncle used to call me an airhead, so maybe my head just is big and my parents have been lying to me. I'll accept that possibility. You have no frame of reference. You can't tell me my head is big or not, but it's a possibility. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But this is a little too small for me. I can try it. I'm just gonna try on all the beanies at this point to show you what I mean. So it does fit. And it fits pretty nicely. It's very snug, is what I will say. And I've had to block it to my head. If you don't know what crochet is, or if you're new to it, blocking is where you stretch a crocheted or woven surface over an area. That area being my head, and the area I was blocking being this blue band primarily. So if I wear it for too long, the area the blue band is covering tends to get really sore. Not really sore, but sore. So it can be a bit agitating to wear. Sorry, Izzy's readjusting. But other than that, I mean, it's a cute hat. I love the idea of a little rainbow hat. Yeah, it's a cute hat. I'm satisfied with it overall. There is like no point in correcting my hat hair, but I will. Then I got to use yarn that I got for my birthday last year. I'm gonna have to be the bearer of bad news when I show you this yarn, because people often DM me asking what yarn I used. This yarn is discontinued, from what I know. It's sad. I'm sad because I immediately wanted to buy more of it. It's by Lion Brand. I know it's like 50% alpaca. I haven't shown you the hat. And I realize that's a problem, but I feel like when you see the yarn, you're gonna immediately want the yarn. At least that's how I feel. So this is it. It's a lot deeper of a green. I feel like it photographs almost blue or black. But I love it. Oh my gosh, it's so cozy. It's so soft. Honestly, I'm gonna put this on for the rest of the video because one of these items I cannot wear. Not because it's bad, but because it's not for me. But like, look at that. It's got the perfect stretch. It fits perfectly. It's so big. It's so cozy. I mean, if I could curl up in this, I would. Alas, I am too small. So my head will have the comfort that my body will never know. It's amazing yarn, and I love it's alpaca fiber. I mean, it's not all alpaca fiber. I'm not rich, but it's mainly alpaca and wool, I believe. It's by Lion Brand. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah, I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it on the Lion Brand website under their discontinued yarns or continued yarns. So there is a chance that I'm just wrong about who made the yarn, but I bought it from Joann's and I couldn't find it on the Joann's website either. So not to turn this into a yarn conspiracy theories podcast, but I have no clue what's happened to this yarn. It was a gift to humanity, truly. And it will be missed. Especially because I don't have enough left to make another beanie. Truly a tragedy. That brings us to the fourth and final beanie, which is also the last but not least crochet project of December. And I actually finished this at 10 on New Year's. It's beautiful. It's unintentionally, I'm pretty sure Barbie has a beanie very similar to this. I hate capitalism, I love Barbie. Okay. I feel like from my rants, I don't seem like I'm a girly girl. I very much am. And I love it. Oh, and you can see the sparkles. Yeah, I used a sparkly yarn. It's from Bernat. It's very soft. This has just turned into me nerding out over yarn, but it's a very soft yarn. I do recommend it. I mean, it feels similar to blanket yarn. It does not work like blanket yarn. If you hate acrylic yarn because of how difficult it is to work with, you will hate this even more. I'm really selling this yarn. But it's not fun to work with, but the end result, I mean, it's gorgeous, isn't it? I'm in love with it. I'm not gonna keep it, but I'm in love with it. Yeah, so those are all my crochet makes. They're now on the floor instead of being in a beautiful basket. So that means we have one final craft. Okay, so as I said, it's a bit huge. I did an acrylic pour through I don't know if like legally I'm allowed to say what they are for privacy reasons. They're just collectively known as youth group on my page. Through youth group, it was great. It was at the studio Art of the Soul in Phoenix. And we got to go for a free class. And so, if I can get it in frame, this is what I made there. It's not showing up super well. Let's see if turning my ring light higher will help. That's a lot better. There is a shape in there. I know it's very abstract, but I do intend for a flower if you're seeing that come through. If you're not, that's fine. I mean, it's abstract. We can all interpret it in our own ways. But yeah, I did choose the colors of the lesbian flag. I feel like saying that on YouTube is gonna get me doxxed, but oh well. Not oh well, please, I live with my family. But yeah, and it's very cute. It's got glitter on it, as all good things do. Holding this up is very tiring, but yeah, I'm very proud of it. I love it. It's great. It's a great addition to my acrylic pour art. And if you can do acrylic pour, it's a great experience. I would really recommend it. This is a great studio. Again, that's Art of the Soul in Phoenix. I've already started my makes for January. Izzy is done with me filming. So on that note, you can find all of our social medias in the link tree below and our shop because we do sell things. Let me know what type of videos you'd like to see in the comments below. I would even do a review of everything I've made in 2022 if there was enough interest. Please feel free to subscribe and hit the like button, although I'm not sure if it really does anything. So we can do an experiment and find out. That's all for today. Have a good one.